On the right-hand side of that camera throughout, you'll find a row of arrows. Just to right, around it to your left, and then straight to the back for a fourth photograph, a head and shoulder portrait, and then you can move them back to your respective chairs. Do note that we take this set for each and every graduate proceeding over the stage. However, if you want to have this package sent to you or printed, you must order it, and you can order it after the session is done. To your right, please feel welcome to bring your friends and family members with to the family studios. Thank you.
Thank you. May we please all stand now to allow the procession.
by virtue of the powers vested in me as the acting Vice Chancellor and Principal, I hereby constitute this congregation of the Central University of Technology, Free State, for the purpose of awarding diplomas and conferring degrees.
We will now request the choir of the Central University of Technology
and David Ngidi to present.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege engineering in absence. Businessman, property developer, he is the founder, co-owner, and executive chairman of the Baccalaureate Procurationist, which is BProc degree from the University of Pretoria in 1980. It's allocated 2-year time frame. He was admitted as an attorney, right of appearance in the Supreme Court of South Africa. South African innovation. This unique fuel combustional commitment of a sustainable future by reducing greenhouse gas over many years of national international research and development missions and volatile organic compounds. NAFTEC, the NAFTEC standards. NAFTEC is registered cover underwriting breakthrough innovation in the field of nanofuel technology, nanotechnology and energy symposium, the 2016 Southern Africa Summit. NAFTEC's international exposure in terms of research and development, Botswana, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Nigeria, as well as the Middle East, including Iran and Tehran, South America, and Europe. Further international enhancer, the company has successfully developed a product line, and further NAFTEC products are currently in development. And petroleum gases of the International American Society for Testing and Materials since 2008. This committee plays a significant role in other achievements of Mr. Hansen include the awarding of Dux Honorary Colors at the University of Pretoria. Found his own across technology.
On seat, candidates take up the position diplomas. May I
Candidates for the doctorate student.
Pumzi communicate a star sala on education language. Role of translate industry, economic freedom, has studied economic two dominant that transcends in the all of the drive.
Education host and the candidate to
Councillor Madam, school system is the deputy of this paradigm. Mamore one-to-one interview interested that substantial and anchored home in society naturally will be presented at the
Eddie Mamuri. Forward. I request the promoter.
It is a privilege the time at Mkumbulo Ndlovu at the Eswatini made a framework in the schools located and document analysis. From international peer-reviewed journals and conferences. Part of the study was also presented on invitation at a roundtable discussion held by the University of South Africa.
Acting Vice Chancellor, sir, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Education on Ndlovu Mkumbulo.
I confer the degree Doctor of Education on Ndlovu Mkumbulo.
In the faculty, sir, Department's Management of Teaching and Learning. Makodi Joel, Education and Training, TVET College. Acting the Master of Education, Majiani Dineo. The title of her dissertation is Fostering Resilience in Township Primary School. Acting Vice Chancellor, sir. Distinction, cum laude. The title. Mile Di Makatso Anna. The title of her dissertation is and the title of his lecturers at a technical and vocational education and training. Acting Vice Chancellor, sir, candidates for the Bachelor. Mohorosi Kilebukile Esther. Education Management. Janse van Rensbeck, Juanita. Mateboho. Vangile. Mahalemele. Lehlohonolo Joseph. Madie Pulani Joyce. Mana Matela, Itumeleng. Batro, Charmaine, Mgutre, Ketiwe. Muiketsi, Mudiehi, Matsidiso. Mokoni Alina Patricia. Mulite Neo. Namani Malishwane. Daniel. Panyani Claudette Rile. Sani. Weya Pigani Peter. Mponyana Veronica.
In the Faculty of Management, Peter, to please come forward. Acting Vice Chancellor, sir, I request the promoter, Professor van der Walt, to present the candidate to the congregation.
Acting Vice Chancellor, sir, ladies and gentlemen, philosophy in management sciences, business administration. The title of his thesis is The Impact of Cultural Intelligence on Thriving and Flourishing in the South African Work Context. Mr. Lucian Lazar holds an MBA from Mancosa. He is currently in Technology Free State. In his doctoral thesis, he explored mental health indicators in one of the most culturally diverse countries in the world, South Africa. His study meaningfully contributes to direct and indirect relationships exist between the constructs measured. The findings of his study could be beneficial to organizations that are striving to promote cross-cultural interactions and mental health. From the research study, the candidate published a book chapter with Springer International and delivered 3.
Acting Vice Chancellor, sir, I request you.
Lucian William Peter. May I call upon the Acting Vice Chancellor, Research, Innovation and Engagement.
Acting Vice Chancellor, Faculty of Engineering, Built Environment and Information Technology. I request the Faculty Dean, Professor Vermaak, together with the candidate, Kukuni Tsepo Godfrey, to come forward. Acting Vice Chancellor Say, I request the Dean, Professor Vermaak, to present the candidate to the congregation.
Acting Vice Chancellor, sir, ladies in electrical engineering. The title of his thesis is Industrial Augmented Reality as an Approach for Device Identification within a Manufacturing Plant for Property Alteration Purposes. He He matriculated at the Morocco High School and earned his National Diploma Computer Systems in 2014, his BTEC Electrical in 2015, Pretoria in 2018. He is currently married to Lerato Kununu and is employed as an Open IX specialist. His doctoral project entailed the development of an augmented reality and machine vision manufacturing plant. The QR codes with the ability for SCADA data transfer without any alterations required. He has submitted 2 articles to DOE accredited journals and published.
Acting Vice Chancellor.
Engineering in Electrical Engineering on Kokun Tsepo Godfrey.
Acting Vice Chancellor Sir, I request the Dean, Professor.
Acting Vice Chancellor, Sir, ladies and gentlemen, it is a privilege to present Piri Sibongile Florina, a candidate for the degree Doctor of Engineering in Electrical Engineering. A rubber-tired gantry crane with potential energy recovery. Sibongile Piri received a National Diploma in Electrical Engineering in 2013, a BTEC degree in Electrical Engineering in 2015, and a Master's degree in Electrical Engineering in 2017, both from the Central University of Technology, Free State. Her doctoral study was based on improving the energy efficiency of rubber-tired applied to a hybrid diesel battery, RTG crane, aiming to reduce energy cost spending by minimizing the amount of fuel consumed by the diesel generator. The second one has been applied to a hybrid grid-connected battery, RTG crane, to reduce the operational costs by minimizing the energy cost and the maximum demand charges from the grid. Both models were in research.
Acting Vice Chancellor Sir, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Engineering in Electrical Engineering.
I confer the degree Doctor of Engineering Electrical Engineering on Piri Sibongile Florina.
Vice Chancellor Sir, I shall now introduce to you the academic year 2021 candidates for the doctorate, the candidate Ratebe Poka Kaifas to come forward. Sir, I request the acting dean, Professor.
Acting Vice Chancellor, Sir, ladies and gentlemen, mental health. The title of his thesis is Occupational Exposure to Radio Frequency Metropolitan Region. Dr. Ratebe is currently employed as a lecturer in the Department of Environmental Health, University of Johannesburg. He holds and Master of Health Sciences in Environmental Health cum laude from the Central University of Technology, Free State. His thesis investigated occupational 1.5 and 3 Tesla MRI scanners can influence the health and safety of MRI staff to MRI-related radio frequency energy and static magnetic does not involve a safety model to mitigate exposure scenarios in both 1.5 and 3 Tesla MRI units from the international conferences.
Confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Health on Ratebe Poka Kaifas.
I confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Health on Ratebe Poka Kaifas.
The academic year 2021 candidates for the doctoral degrees in the Faculty of Humanities. I request the Faculty Dean, Professor Sitlalendwa, together with the candidate
Madam, acting for the degree Doctor of Education. The title Assessment and Support Policy in Lejoliputa District, Free State. Manteme Florina, a postgraduate diploma in education and Master of Education. The candidate policy at primary and mentation scores between and development of educators. A CS specialist support model that emphasizes the importance in accredited journals. Acting Deputy Vice Chancellor,
I confer the degree of education.
I request the candidate Matselane Nomshado Ruth to come forward.
Acting Vice Chancellor, sir, ladies and gentlemen, it is a privilege to present Matselane Nomshado Ruth, a candidate for the degree Doctor of Education. The title of her thesis is The Nature, Prevalence and Perceived. Nomshado Ruth Matselane is from Harrismith, Free State Province of South Africa. She holds a PhD from Uniqua, 1998, Northwest University, 2007. The mixed methods approach, wherein a psychometric instrument and integral and conceptual frameworks for the study, respectively. Data were gathered from Matselane's study reveals high prevalence of sexual harassment to assist schools with reporting sexual harassment cases in complaints and ensuing case referral.
Acting Vice Chancellor, sir, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Education on Matselane Nomshado Ruth.
Of Education on Matselane Nomshado Ruth.
I request the candidate William Status to come forward. Acting Vice Chancellor, sir, I request the Dean, Professor Sitalentwa, to present the candidate to the congregation.
The privilege to present Williams Titus, a candidate for the degree Doctor of Education. The title of his thesis is Social Justice Considerations for the Teaching of Controversial Social Science Topics in Multicultural Primary School Settings, a case study of university teacher education students. Titus Williams obtained MA Faculty Administrator in the Faculty of Humanities. He completed his doctoral thesis titled Social Justice Considerations for the Teaching of Controversial Social Science Topics in Multicultural Primary School Settings, a case study of university teacher education students. The findings reveal that teacher education students' fear of being ostracized leaves them vulnerable and apparently unwilling to teach controversial topics in multicultural primary schools. The study recommends the adoption of a more positive and realistic view of social science as a school subject in school settings. The study produced 3 international publications.
Acting Vice Chancellor, sir, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Education on Williams Titus.
Which one now? May I call the Dean of the Faculty of Management Sciences, Professor A.J. Stridom, to present the candidate.
Acting Vice Chancellor, sir, I request that you confer the degrees and award the diplomas and certificates to the candidates who have qualified for these awards, as well as those persons in absentia whose names appear in the program.
I shall confer the degrees, award, the diplomas and certificates as requested.
Resources Management.
Buchedi Mapedi Patricia.
Okay, congratulations.
Matlatsa Tulang. Mutle Sihloho William. Mohapi Mojabeng Meli. Monokwani Sillo Michael. Daniel. Lessing.
Vice Chancellor, sir,
Mutsidisi Constance Sekhomozi.
Project Management.
Brenda Eugenia. Thulani Masilonyane Andries. Masibi Cecilia Mapaseka. Mpoche Puseletso Veronica. Nyamani Thandekile Thabile. Raboroko Mathabiso Jemina. Brendan Tato. Ditabe Angrinette Disebo. The student. Gulunguku Ntombilundi. The student obtained the degree cum laude. Mahale Justin Tello. The student obtained a degree cum laude. Mukoduwe Elton Musimane Khabe. The student obtained a degree. Mthethwa Lungile. The student obtained a degree cum laude. Setona Lerato. The student obtained a degree cum laude. Tulo Katlego Tshepo. The student obtained a degree. Dipadi Pizzo Peter. Mashele Nomthan. Mia Lutuli Jack. Mkabane Laki. Doreen Kidiboni. Zwani
Acting Vice Chancellor, sir. Candidates for the Baccalaureus Kumerki E. Acting Vice Chancellor, sir. Candidates for the Advanced Diploma in Applied Management.
Kolobe ke lebohile Makotso Dorcas. Lepelesana Mpho Mary. Ditabo Mathedingwane. Masinga Joni Jabulai. Mudumo Mamelo Mary. Mueti Mamuketi Elizabeth. Mufukeng
Acting Vice Chancellor, sir, candidates for the Advanced Diploma in Human Resources Management.
Hope Edith Margaret. Khathatse Malifu Blantina. Dinuko Jabulile Pico. Ile Sandiswa Faustina. Sa Katedi Selina Pule. Mulel Mutsume Ngwenyama Peter Kholi. Zondo Ngwekasi Desiree.
Acting Vice Chancellor, sir, candidates for the Advanced Diploma in Marketing Management.
Makasi Bongani Innocent. Blaki Tamsang. Palisa. Audrey Poulet.
Thank you for me to introduce to you our guest speaker today, whom is also an alumni of the Central University of Technology, Mr. Madoda Mxakwe. Mr. Madoda Mxakwe is the Group Chief Executive Officer for the South African Broadcasting Corporation, from a broad combination of skills and expertise derived from senior executive positions he held in business, sales, strategy, communications, both in the public service and the private sector, at a national following qualifications: a Master's in Global Leadership Development Certificate from Administration from the Gordon Institute of Business Science, from the Central University of Technology, Free State. Prior to joining the SABC as the Group CEO, Swaziland and Lesotho. In this role, he provided strategic, commercial, and financial leadership in the 5 countries and result-oriented approach, ensured solid director. He also worked where he was responsible for the strategic that he was Nestle's corporate affairs director to Mr. Mxakwe.
Good afternoon, the professors, the doctors, all of those that have just graduated. I would really want to congratulate you. You know, in years, and I was saying to him, significantly contributes to the best our generation has. Leadership as a result of your presence. You, the staff, and all of the leadership of, so that the Honorable Mayor is here. I would really want, from the bottom of my heart, to acknowledge and appreciate you for your ethical, inspirational, and stewardship of the Machabeng region. I do think that we do have a responsibility, both ethically and morally, a very vibrant, economically viable city. And we have that duty. And thank you, sir, for your leadership. The staff of CU, I heard there was a lot of ululations, and especially from the parents, to me single-handedly. So to all of the parents here, for your contribution. Your children are not your children. They come role as steward of what. I looked around here and I saw quite a couple of faces here, somewhere in this crowd. And I was roundly corrected that I should say doctor. So, when I was about 18, he used to be my mentor. We used to go, almost every people that played a great deal. He took up arms and realized that he needed a new skill set. And did humbled to stand before you today and share some thoughts, an equal or even a better job of delivering a keynote address. These giants, that CA, Scalo Dikana, who's making waves in the accounting field, people like Jeff Mubro. When I was asked and invited to deliver this keynote address, I got a bit, I wanted to come and ensure that I deliver what may be a single thing that I've studied. But I then wanted to, and I said to my son, I'll be, to coach church. 2022, who would even, young people would understand own insights on leadership. I've been honored and blessed for my own divine purpose in life. This institution and the community, particularly the Tabong community, took me under its wing, coached me, taught me, rebuked me, mentored me, loved me, and encouraged me, and unlocked every single depth of. We are a generation that relied on our forebears, where we came to school sometimes hungry. In this community, we used to drink something called Phuza Mandla. Now, those of you who are young and were born in the 2000s, Phuza Mandla is not some pill that miners used to drink. And for us, what was in deeds for me brings beautiful memories of an institution that has been a beacon of hope to a very important mind are still linked to this university. Now and again, I pause, I open my vault of beautiful memories of this university when we're here. We spent more time focusing and majoring on what was more important in our lives. We're pursuing what we then deemed at the time, irrespective of race, irrespective of background. We therefore have a moral and ethical obligation that this institution, and Honorable Mayor, I can assure you, we will be part of people that are bringing in private investors here to ensure that we can build a thriving town. Opportunities for tourism. We ensure that there's ample accommodation for students. It breaks my heart to see the conditions under which our kids are going through. So, live and work in many different countries. It's really in the recesses of your soul. The first one that wants things instantaneously. Success takes time. In my own journey, I've found build your character. Challenges that you would inevitably encounter. Build key core functional capabilities. We need a cadre of professionals and executives that have been properly equipped to deal with the problems. We actually have what it takes, elevated to prominence before you're ready. Your gift then takes you all the challenges that we are facing, are about to face, are meant to build our resolve. We've created a community, a world, where it's always I, me, and myself. We do not think beyond the narrow. A woman has not started yet living until you can rise above the narrow confines of your selfish concerns to the broader concerns of the community. It is not about you. It is about the role that we all individually. Somebody once said that success is like an iceberg. People see all the doctorates, the masters, the honors, the accolades, the achievements. But what they don't see is what the second thing I want to do so that I can be out of your way. We have a generation, and I really become extremely happy when I'm in environments like this. And I'll tell you why this is important. When you open your mouth, we're interested in take a product merely sitting there and not doing what process. And I'm not just talking about what you study in order to regurgitate. I'm talking yourself up and cultivate your mind. And I know we spend more time on frivolous things like gossiping, watching TV, spending. But the thing about life is that you cannot cheat life. I'll give you an example. In one of the countries I used to work in, there was a junior person in strategy. Every single time we asked really difficult responding, or rather the person who was responding was not the head of strategy. It was that little girl seated in that corner. Because when you read, when you prepare, you get noticed. You can't unlock greatness within you if you are not able to act and relate to people. You can't want to be successful, whether it's be to study, to want to be ahead of a person that spends minimum. If you ever think about whether what they believe they were born to do, they spend more time. Solid foundation, a personal template for your own mastery, whatever you do, and how they spend their time. The morning and leave late, and go to leave the office. I'm not talking about abuse. I used to work in one Asian country where the boss or the CEO, I said, I thought, geez, this is one of the most leave at 6. People used to look at me funny. I'm not talking about, do you create value for the organization? But you also do that for the country at large. If you bait them. But you have to be the last one to go to sleep and the first one up. I can tell you now, I don't know for how many years now, I'm up at 4, probably I sleep at 12 midnight. Because, and the reason why I'm saying that, it's great that you have a degree, but bear this in mind. Most people do. What we want when we engage with you, we take it as a given in order to be successful in your career. People say opportunity loves preparation, and when it comes to preparation, even in the fields you have no clue about, you have to come to you. I tell you now, one of the characteristics of a secure, mature, and strong, secure leaders, they bring in people. That's why the Honorable Mayor has decided to take Dr. Vuyo. Oh, sorry, did I say something wrong? But the ability, and he says, your life will be threatened. What is right for that organization? You must, and as you make waves, it will be saying, understand that when if you really want to build a towering legacy that will outlive you and this generation, you have to do things that will take left. Oh, 2 seconds. Okay, let me wrap it up. I'm told that I will skip all of this, but I'll sit down, I promise. Is it okay? All right, the last point is that in this country, we need people of solid values. So, where we are and where we're going as a country. Let me just say one thing. There's a gentleman called Suji Okundele. He's a serial entrepreneur. He puts it beautifully, and I'll sit down. We are coming back to buy the whole building. Own careers. We should not forget the communities where we come from.
All present are requested to stand while we sing the national.
to.
Gentlemen, I hereby declare this congregation of the Central University of at the congregation. I thank you all for attending and for showing your support for our graduates' hard work. And